Hey, how you doing there again, folks? You got, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm reviewing this because I'm hungry. Well, we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get Beer Can Thunderbolt poster. Ooh, Beer Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am doing something else. What is it? I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a super cool shirt, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my Ventana shirt. One of a few that I own now. This is actually one that I got literally just last night. But who and or what are Ventana? Ventana are an industrial metal band that's been kicking around for over 15 years now. They're probably most commonly associated with Mushroomhead. They're sort of, I use the term like offshoot, but like it's not entirely fair to them. They do their own thing and they have their own very unique style. But the fact of the matter is, they definitely do have a lot of association with the band Mushroomhead. A lot of the members have, shared in that Mushroomhead environment and stuff, and been members at times. They're one of my favorite bands. I was really fortunate. I got to see them for the first time in over a decade last night. That's where I got the shirt from. I liked it so much. Not only did I get some merch, I also got some videos of their performance. Those videos are on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check it out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because they're one of my favorite bands. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Hungry, eh? So yeah, like I said, I was out pretty much all day yesterday out at a show. Had a really great time. On my way home, part of my my post concert ritual is that I like to go to Taco Bell, get myself a couple burritos, get myself a large Pepsi, and a large Mountain Dew Baja Blast Freeze to kind of, sort of wind me down a little bit. And I ate that on the way home, was uploading my videos, editing photos, all that good stuff, and I just crashed super hard. And when I woke up, it was like, man, I'm hungry. I don't want to put on real people pants right now. So I went through my cabinet of many things and I found something that I could review and eat. But what is it, folks? It happens to be some boom. It is from, I'm going to say the company is Thai Authentic. Sure. There's Sriracha Shrimp Ramen. Ooh, okay. Now, I've reviewed some Sriracha ramen, specifically from the, Sriracha brand. This is obviously a little bit different, but it has me very excited because, Sriracha is an excellent hot sauce and all that good stuff. Oh, and what with this being an instant noodle review, it's going to end up on my ramen reviews playlist, which is a playlist for just ramen stuff. So let's get a thing for the thing here. Okay, at least the lighting's good today. It's supposed to snow, though, so we'll see. And we'll do this, and we'll go, ah, ha, 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 ha. Now let's give it a go. This is one of the ones that you had to make on the stove. Well, you had to boil the water on the stove, to be fair, but, they didn't recommend putting it in the microwave, so probably could have got away with it, but... Alright. Well, I'll say this right off the bat. It's definitely not as good as the Sriracha brand ramen. I was expecting more of a kick from it. It literally came with a little packet of Sriracha sauce to put in. And I did that. When I stirred it up, there's maybe a little kick, but the noodles are okay, texture-wise and everything. They're a little bit anemic, though. They're very okay at best noodles. And there's nothing wrong with them, but there's nothing special about them either. I mean, I'm sure most of the flavor is going to be in the broth, but you do want it to transfer to the noodles. I think I got a little tiny piece of shrimp. I've never been big on like the little tiny shrimps that they use for like the instant ramen stuff. It just always tastes like overly fishy, and like if that's the case, like just use the seasoning. Don't I wouldn't even include those personally. Oh, I'm sure there's probably some that do it better than others. Let's try to. Yeah, I mean the broth obviously has more flavor. It has a little bit more heat to it, and mind you, I don't expect these to be super spicy or anything like that. Sriracha by itself isn't like a super spicy hot sauce. But I'm definitely expecting a lot more heat than this. Like this is, I've had like Maruchan spicy noodles that were spicier than this. Uh, and I could live without. I could be okay with that if the flavor itself was more prominent. But despite having a seasoning packet and a hot sauce packet, it's kind of extremely mid. Like I certainly don't hate it. It's fine. I do appreciate that you get a little bit of that sriracha flavor. And it almost has like a mild fruitiness to it. It's one of the nice things about sriracha as a hot sauce. It has such a distinct and unique flavor. Say this, definitely helping to clear out my throat a little bit, which is good. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a little heat to it, but yeah, these are okay, but they're definitely not anywhere near as good as I was hoping. They're pretty underwhelming. Um, okay, well, two questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? No, and sadly no. Like, folks, in the world that we live in, with so many options available to us, especially when it comes like instant noodle stuff and instant food, you really don't have to settle for the bullshit. You know, there's a lot of really premium ones out there now that are really good, that are actually like genuinely really nice meal substitutes. And there's certainly a line to be drawn. Like I still go over there and get the Maruchan and the cup noodle stuff. Absolutely, the fact that you can go over there and get a shit ton of those for just a few bucks is always going to be advantageous. That's fine. But if I'm going over there, as soon as I'm paying more than $1 for whatever the fuck I'm buying from you, I needed to bring more to the table. This, well, yeah, I guess it kind of does a little bit. It doesn't to the extent that I personally needed to. It's not bad. There's nothing I hate about it, but there's also nothing that I particularly like about it. I'm going to eat them, I'm going to finish them, and I'm going to be done with them, and then I don't need them again. Um, if I'm recommending them, I kind of can't in this instance. Like, if you run into them, they're fine. If you want to try them out, like, there's nothing bad about them. But I just think that there's so many better options available. Um, why? You've got like Shin-Chan, and you've got like tonkatsu ramens, and again, you even have the Sriracha brand. Albeit the Sriracha brand does cost a bit. It's part of the reason why it kind of fell out of my rotation, because it's like they jacked up the price on it as time went by. But I will say, if you want some Sriracha, flavored ramen, that's still the brand to go with. Whereas with this, yeah, it's just very mid. Yeah, not bad, but not anything I would recommend. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly concert-tastic rest of your life. I'm still on my concert high right now, so. Final 2 things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal take on Sriracha? Is it something you love, something you hate? You know, are you a hardcore hot sauce person? Maybe Sriracha doesn't do it for you. Are you a hot sauce? Wasn't hot sauce or Sriracha is, too much for you? And that's perfectly fine, by the way. Everybody's got their own palate. I mean, for me personally, like, I like some Sriracha, but I would be lying if I said that it's like a hot sauce that I usually have around the house. I tend to prefer a little hotter stuff, but let me know your personal thoughts. Anyway,